In this episode of Create Colonies, we build a post office and find a way to merge the Create mod with Minecolonies. How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to more Create Colonies. And today is going to be a very special episode. We're going to be merging Minecolonies and the Create mod together, finally, because I just learned about something. I learned about this thing, the stash, the Minecolonies stash. Now this thing's really cool. It's a really cool block. All right, so what this thingy does is it allows you to take a certain item, let's say oak logs for example, and have your couriers come pick it up. Now I didn't know about this block, and I kind of wish I knew about it earlier, because I would have done this a lot sooner. The whole point of this series was to merge Create and Minecolonies together. See, look at that. Alfie's grabbing our stuff. He's grabbing the stash and he's going and taking it along. Now, this isn't necessarily going to be the easiest thing in the world. We can't just willy-nilly connect this thing up to the stuff we have here, like our charcoal, which we can use for cooking and such things, our spruce here. Every single time items get placed into this thing, our couriers are going to want to come pick it up, which means we're going to have to create a time delay so that, let's say, every day a stack of items gets dropped into this thing, and that should keep our colony topped up. We can also adjust that so that we get 2 stacks a day, something like that, if so we need it. And hopefully our colony that way doesn't get completely overfilled with a bunch of items. In order to do this, I want it to, at least make sense with the colony. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a structure right here. We're gonna call it the post office. That's right, we're going to be making a post office. I'm going to have to expand the colony a bit. What I'll probably do is place another guard tower. So we're going to have our guard tower right here. It's outside the colony. Gosh dang it. It's not going to work, is it? Oh, it is. It is. It works. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that is going to add a bunch more space to our colony. While we're waiting for this to get built, let's take a look at some blocks we can use for the post office that's going to go right here. Now, I want it to go right here because I want these materials to be directly connected with the post office, and I don't want them to travel too far. We're not going to be using belts for this travel. We're going to be using something else, but we're probably going to be adding a few like crop farms and stuff like that over here, but that'll happen at a later date. Right now, our main focus is going to be building the actual post office, which is very exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this thing turns out. It's going to be awesome. And I think it's going to end up going right here. It's actually been a while since I've built anything that looks like a house, which is kind of fun. I'm really looking forward to this build. It's going to be really cool. Let's figure out a palette here. So I definitely think we're going to be using this granite brick stuff for the walls, because I do really like that vibe. And for the roof, I think what we're going to use is the probably something like this, the green cobblestone extra. I like how it looks. It kind of matches with our roof, but it's not quite. We're going to start with a deep slate base and then go from there. One thing that's going to be really useful in this build is something called the trowel. This guy right here from Quark. The trowel allows us to randomly place blocks that are in our inventory. However, it is trying to place my bed down. See that? Really, really useful. All right, I think this is our general shape. It might change as we go, so keep that in mind. If you're ever building buildings like this yourself, it's honestly not a terrible idea to just literally like draw an amorphous shape. Like just draw a weird shape and build it up from that and just see what happens. You can always like add an extra sectional wall here or here to make it fill it out a little bit, or to reduce it a little bit, or whatever you want. I could cut these back and just make this a flat wall all the way back. It's sometimes hard to take a box and give it detail. Sometimes it's easier to just make a weird shape and then change it as you go. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. We can have a little window here, have a little window here. I think this is probably going to change quite dramatically as we go. Definitely want a sort of like porch sort of vibe out the front, like kind of like this, but a little more porch-like. This house is only going to be 1 layer tall because it doesn't have to be that big. So I want this section of roof to go like this, and then this section of roof to go the other way, like this. Green cobblestone extra, here we come. Oh!
Greetings!
Greetings, hello, how are you?
Oh, great, dude. I just came to visit. See you're up to something.
Yep, I am focused.
And what is this?
It's a house.
Another house?
Of some kind.
I came to ask, do you
What?
still need kelp? Is that something you still need?
Kelp I do still need, but I no longer need zinc. That's the one that I'm sorted on.
Yeah, little birdie also told me about that. I guess you don't need zinc anymore, but it's not like I had any for it really. But yeah, kelp I can definitely help you out if you help me out a little bit too.
What do you need?
I need some gold because I'm planning on outfitting my guards also like yours. I need to get some clothes. They're a little naked right now.
How much gold do you need?
A bunch. I'm sure you have a bunch. You have a whole farm down there.
Doing okay.
Maybe like.
Hang on,
well, it depends
hang
how
on.
much kelp you want. Oh yeah, just go ahead. Yeah. Depends how much kelp you need or want.
How much kelp do you have?
I can get you quite a bit, a bunch. Maybe like a full inventory.
Oh wow. How does say 3 stacks of kelp to 1 stack of gold? Does that sound fair?
I think that sounds good to me.
Okay.
It's not all ready yet. I do have to get it.
Right.
Because I have most of it.
Right. Well,
I'll
I
be
trust you. Well, I trust you here. So I'll give you 3 stacks of gold.
Thank you.
And you'll bring me 9 stacks of kelp.
Bye.
All right, see you later. Next time land at the airport. That's what it's there for.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think I am happy with this house. It is looking very, very similar to our current house, but hopefully it'll become its own really quick here. You know what? I'm kind of starting to think I maybe matched it a little bit too closely with my house. I don't think that this roof actually works that well as green. I think a male house should have a black roof, and then I think that this brick should actually be diorite. I think it should be a white brick. Unfortunately, sometimes this is just how these things go. You build something, you mess it up, and you have to try again. Sometimes just trying again is what makes all the difference, you know? I think that this is way too similar to our house, and I don't want it to be like a second home. I want it to be its own whole building. This extension here as well is kind of way too big. I don't want it to be the prominent feature of the house.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
What happened to the side of your house?
I just decided to rethink some things.
Okay. Well, I come with good news.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you explain what you were doing first.
I thought that the green matched my home a little too closely, and I wanted it to look less like my house and more like a different style of home.
The good news is that I have your kelp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. I have it all. But,
Ooh.
I was meaning to ask, why do you need so much kelp?
Conveyor belts.
They use kelp? Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I guess I haven't quite gotten there yet. Well, here you go, buddy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Very nice. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
No
Good
problem,
deal.
dude.
Good
If you ever
deal.
need anything else, just let me know.
Alrighty, I will do that.
Bye.
See you later. One thing you should probably know about me is that I never really build in creative mode all that much, and I probably should a little bit more. I find myself often redoing and rethinking things. Okay. I think generally that's looking a lot better. We still have a few more details to add, but it's much closer to what I'm looking for. Now, one thing I wanted to add to this is a big old sign. That's gonna look awesome when it's done. It's made out of dirt right now, but it won't be forever. Check this out. Yeah, I love it. Big sign. It's not done yet, obviously. We've still got a lot of work to do on it, but it's not half bad. It was hard to make this choice to really change it up, but I am super glad that I did it because it would have just looked like My House V2, and now it looks way, way different. It looks so much better. It's got its own energy now. It's got its own whole energy now. I don't think I'm going to do an interior today, but what I am going to do is I'm going to get started on the automation for the post office. I'm definitely doing that today. So first things first, we got to make sure that all these are working, and they're not, of course. Of course they're not, because they just like to break themselves. Whoa. Now what we want to do here is we want to get these spruce drawers to deposit their items into this building here. Our new guard tower is done, which means our post office is just inside of the colony, which is perfect. So I think the way that we're going to move these items is through Tom's Simple Storage and their basic inventory hopper. So the way that this works is that we connect this thing up to an inventory connector like this, and then having a chest attached to that inventory connector, it will slowly start to fill up with whatever we want it to. And we should be able to connect all these up together in one long string into here, into another set of spruce drawers. I think. I hope that works. I don't know. No. What? Why? You literally have a redstone signal. How come I can't power this thing from the side? Right, I see. So it has to be a block away, right? Maybe I can put it on top of here. Please. Why? Why is this smart filter so dumb? Why is this smart chute so stupid? I just want to power it. I just want to power the stupid thing. Why is redstone so difficult? Why? Why does redstone have to be so freaking hard? Okay. This should work. This should absolutely work. So if I take a smart chute, put it right here. It is powered. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, okay. I've got this. Okay. Dude, oh my gosh, my brain. Oh my gosh, this is so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my gosh, I am actually doing redstone. This might be the smartest thing I've ever done. Like ever in my entire life. Oh my gosh, it works. It actually freaking works. Okay, so let me, this was probably very confusing, and I didn't really do a good job of explaining it while I was doing it because I didn't really understand what I was doing. So let me explain to y'all really quick how I set this up. So starting over here, we got all these drawers, these spruce drawers with these items inside of them, except for this one. And we want all of these items to go into our post box over here, which is currently just a chest, but it will be a post box. One of these, a stash box for Minecolonies, so that our colonists can pick up items that we want them to pick up. But what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to control how much they can pick up. We also want to be able to control what they're picking up. So here's how this goes. Each one of these spruce drawers is attached to a basic inventory hopper from Tom's Simple Storage. That gets moved along this inventory cable all the way over to this guy right here, the inventory connector. We then connect another inventory cable to that inventory connector and connect them to these inventory cable connectors that are filtered. That way, when we're pulling items with our smart chutes, we get only the item we want and not anything else. If you don't have this and you just connect it to like a general system like we have with our terminal in our house, these smart chutes will just drop everything and anything. But in this configuration, they drop individual items. Now these have redstone links behind them that use a frequency that is based on the actual like piece of material that we have in each box. And over here we have the corresponding switches. So currently they're all turned on, and when these are on, these smart chutes do not drop anything. So in order to get these smart chutes to drop something, we need to turn this off. And that's where all this down here comes in. For the first time ever, I did a bit of redstone. I figured some stuff out. So over here we have a timer. So every 20 minutes, this will shoot out a 3-tick pulse, which is just enough for the system to drop 1 stack of items. This is just our master switch, so we can do it ourselves. So every 20 minutes we get a 3-tick pulse. That 3-tick pulse comes through here, comes through all these redstone repeaters and into these torches, which then will move our signal up into these redstone links. That signal will then turn these redstone links off for 3 ticks, which will then drop items from these barrels here. If I want to turn off one of these, all I have to do is flip one of these switches. You know, let's say we have too much charcoal in the colony. I can just turn that off and we won't be getting charcoal from this system anymore. It's completely automated. The only thing I'm really going to have to keep an eye on, because there is no real automation for this, is our actual warehouse here overfilling, which is why we're only giving them like 1 stack of item each. And if we want to, we can manually change that. But I don't really have. I might be able to do that actually, but no, it's too late. It's like 1 a.m. I can't keep working on this. Oi, okay, you know what? Enough talking. Let me just show you. If I stick my stash right there and I turn on this conveyor belt, for video purposes, I'm just going to I'm going to hit the master switch, which will manually operate the system. There we go. We got 1 stack of each item. Oh, hang on. I need to replace this brass funnel. All the items end up in the stash here, and Vondora over there comes to pick it up. Vondora picks up as much as she can carry and takes it back to the warehouse. So anything we need to provide our colonists with, like, consistently, we should be able to connect up to the whatever farm we make with this sort of system right here. This inventory hopper and the spruce drawer connected to this line. And that's it. We have now officially connected our create mod farms and factories to Minecolonies through this amazing block here, the stash block. So hit the switch. All items come down this. For some reason, the wood one, the oak one, isn't dropping a full stack of items. I'm not sure why. Maybe we switch. Maybe we change this to 4 ticks. Maybe that'll solve our problem here. Yes. Okay. So 4 ticks gives us the full stack of everything. Fantastic. Requat that I provide. Did you just sneeze on that, Alfie? My wondrous machine. It doesn't need any more lubrication, Alfie. It's lubricated enough. We don't need your sneezes to lubricate the machine, okay? I feel like the whole point of the series just became actualized. I feel like we just realized the true potential of create and Minecolonies together. Next time, we're probably going to add stone to this system, probably iron to this system as well. I don't think my colony needs diamonds yet, but maybe we'll do that in the future too. And we should probably also add like wheat and some other crops as well to this system, which should be pretty easy. Oh my gosh, I really hope that I got enough content here for a video. If not, this might end up being a 10-minute video, because I don't really know. Like I spent a lot of time just thinking in this recording. I'm so happy that I decided to change the visual of this building, of how it looked, because I really didn't want it to look too much like my house. I want my house to be somewhat unique. I think that thing it stands out from Minecolonies builds in general, but it also, like, it's nice. It's really nice. I really like it a lot. It's definitely not done yet. It needs more windows. It needs like some details and things like that. And guys, let me know down in the comments if you can think of a way for me to provide, let's say, like a single item instead of a whole stack. Do you think that's possible? Do you think there's a way to do that? I'm too deep. I am way too deep into this project, and I can't stop thinking about ways to improve it and ways to change it. All right, well, hopefully this episode made some sense. And next episode, I think we'll probably work towards expanding the post office a little bit more. but also just doing just general building. I really want to do roads. I'm sick of these dirt paths, just like real city infrastructure. Potholes for everyone. Potholes on every street, potholes on every road, potholes for days. Every wheel must be in a pothole. On that note, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully the next one will be, a bit longer, a bit bigger, a bit more interesting. This episode was really, really heavily focused on like super technical stuff. I think. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out at all. I really don't. I hope it turns out well. But I was like basically in a trance.